So here we are on day 3 of our Orlando vacation. So SeaWorld is a really beautiful park, you guys. Like, I'm not understanding why this park is so slept on. You get the educational benefit, plus you get the rides. Like, I actually loved this park. So the first thing that we did was go inside of one of the first aquariums that they had, just to get out of the beaming sun, because again, that Florida weather, it was extremely hot. There was no AC in this one, but at least it was shaded. And of course, as she should, Mariah was completely captivated by the colors, the fish, just the overall experience. We ended up going over to the Sea Lion show, and they had this adorable little mime. It was extremely funny. You'll be able to hear my goofy laugh in a little bit, because the whole show was a great experience before the upcoming storm knocked us out of the area. And once again, as you can see, my older sister Ashley and Mariah, we were getting ready for the show. It was drizzling, but at least we got to see a little bit of the animals before they had to shut it down because of the storm. I loved every bit of this. Like, if you know me, or if you continue to watch the channel, you'll see I absolutely love animals.
My name is Dr. Zalopis. Oh, it is so great to meet you, Dr. Hocus Pocus. No, it's just Zalopis. Yeah, that's just what I said. Oh, pretty. This is my first day. Oh my gosh! Guys, did you see that? It took the leg and got your milk beef. We've gotten it taken. What are you doing? Nothing. We were just going over your plan. Oh, good. Speaking of which, can you take the plan out and tell everyone what they're doing first? Take out the plan. Yes. You lost it. Otters. Otters are next, you little rat. Oh. Otters are next, you precious child.
And SeaWorld usually pulls out a volunteer to do something cute like this.
I'm gonna host out and say sardines. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Sardines! All this show did was make me want to work at SeaWorld that much more. Now, of course, we had to go to another aquarium that had all of the sharkies. This was a really cute walkthrough. They had all types of things, including a tank that had the pups and eggs, and a little area where you could stick your head out and be inside of the shark's mouth. So it was cute. Now, did y'all know that this was a grouper? This didn't look anything like the one on Bubble Guppies. Now, I will say I was excited to get to this tank, because when I came when I was little, you were able to reach in there and pet the manatees or stingrays, whatever they are, but you couldn't this time. And here are me and my big girl ready to get on our first roller coaster of the evening. Now, we did journey over to Sesame Street Land to try to find something for Mariah to do, but unfortunately, she was too short for all of the rides, and she did not want to get inside of the splash park, so we just kind of enjoyed the nostalgia. Ring the doorbell. He said leave me alone and get lost. You hear him? Makes you want to go back and live on Sesame Street here. Now, for our lunch, we ended up going to the Shark Grill. While it was a beautiful experience because you got to dine and look at the sharks while you eat, I would have much rather paid for the dining with orcas experience because at least they had a buffet and probably would have had way more for us to choose from. Now, if you don't eat shellfish, this is not the restaurant that I recommend for you because 90% of the menu was shellfish. Now, we did end up getting on a couple of more rides while my mom took the baby. And when we found them, they were actually at this adorable little glow party. And we ended up sitting there while we waited for the fireworks. And it was really fun because the kids got to go up on stage with the dancers and have a big dance party. And finally, it was time for the fireworks. Now, I do believe that this is only a summer event, but it was still amazing nonetheless. Fireworks show was absolutely incredible. It was warm from the fire. The kids got to stay on stage during the whole show and get wet by the water show that they had. They loved that part. It was just absolutely beautiful. It gave me chills. Now, while SeaWorld was more geared to the adults, I will say that was a little bit of the problem because it was also more expensive. Um, the drinks were way more expensive than Disney World, which was a shock to me, as well as the snacks and food. So we did end up going back on our last day of the trip. Right before we left, we were supposed to go to SeaWorld's water park, Aquatica, but we decided that we did not see enough of the animals and wanted to try to at least see the orca show or the dolphin show before we headed back to Virginia, which we did not get to see because we ended up getting lost. I only got to get a little glimpse of the orcas, and I tried to hurry up and snap a pic before they kicked us out. Now, the nicest part was seeing the penguins because you got to step out of that heat and go inside of their cooler area and get up close and personal. Now, it was extremely tempting to not touch the penguins because they were so close. But of course, they have signs that tell you not to pet the penguins, even though they're so incredibly cute, and it made me sad, but I understood why. And Mariah absolutely loved the penguins. Like, look at her face. In her defense, they were splashing around and dancing, and who would not love this? Now, right before we left, we ended up going into this miniature aquarium that had smaller fish and jellyfish, and it was absolutely nice. They had fish underneath your feet, fish in the walls, and it was right beside one of the bigger rides that we ended up getting on as soon as we walked in the park. And this is the aquarium. Now, leaving the park was the hard part, not because everybody was sad to leave, but because we were extremely worn out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there will be more to come. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe to our content.